Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Having a pretty good hair day. This is Brenda from Planty Pants. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't watched any of my videos before, I do videos all planty. And today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. As you know, anyone that has watched any of my videos, I have a lot of plants. And I'm discovering as time goes on that some of them I have collections of, and those plants I seem to like more, which is terrible to say. Sorry to all the other ones, but I love them all. That's the first problem. I really have, there are not many plants that I don't like, but I have a lot of Monstera and Philodendron and alocasias now, and I tried. There's a few, I have a few right now. I have a Scindapsis, a philodendron, two philodendrons, and actually, are they all philodendrons? No, and a Monstera. Two Monsteras, a philodendron, and a Scindapsis, and they're not doing that great. I have a Monstera Siltepicana, which I've had for quite a long time, and I made my own moss pole without really knowing what I was doing, and it never climbed up the material that I used because I really didn't know what I was doing, like I said. So I'll be admitting that first. I'm learning as I'm going, just like you. So if you're into these videos, please like and subscribe so I can grow my channel, pun intended. So first of all, I'm all ready to go. I got my coffee. I've got some shears that I just cleaned and sprayed with alcohol, regular old alcohol. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is this Scindapsis Exotica. This plant, first of all, is so super beautiful. This was given to me as like a freebie when I got the Siltepicana. And it was just one leaf node, that one on the bottom right there. But as you can see how the root is growing into the substrate? Really, really healthy. And all these beautiful nodes, I decided that, first of all, you could see that it started to run a little bit. And I was afraid it was going to continue to, so I put it in my IKEA cabinet. And then it grew these two beautiful new leaves. So what I think I'm going to do with her is probably not cut her, because there's really only like two places where there's no leaves. And I could probably, actually I think I am going to cut her. I'm going to cut her. Because we've got some nice healthy nodes, roots I mean, growing nice and fat and healthy looking everywhere really, and like I said, that one. So I am going to cut her back, probably right above this node right here where this leaf is, and I will do that so that the new growth, she'll just start growing from that area where I cut, and I'm gonna put her on a moss pole that a new moss pole. I've been watching Wild Fern. I don't know if y'all follow her, but you need to. First of all, she's beautiful. Second of all, she knows her stuff, and I learned a lot watching her. And I'm going to repot this and put it in make a moss pole for it out of, like orchid moss, sphagnum moss, the squishy stuff that we talked about last week. And see how big that leaf is? Isn't that beautiful? But look at that right there. I don't know what that's from, but I think when I had it in the IKEA cabinet, it was like leaning up against the glass, so maybe that's what it's from, but a little bit of damage there. I'm not sure what caused it, but she looks better already. And I will be taking this piece, and I'll probably, I will. I'm going to cut it right here, right below that aerial root, and I'm going to probably put her in water. See how beautiful and healthy that is? Plus, I think the Exotica is absolutely gorgeous. I love Scindapsis anyway, but this one is so pretty, and the fact that it was like a free gift from someone really is like, wow, man, I haven't had a plant. Okay, so, and then this, I probably, I don't know, maybe I'll cut it right there. Maybe put it in water and see if it gives me a little auxiliary bud. It might, you never know. It's got a pretty good root there. Okay, so I'm just gonna put that aside and put this Scindapsis aside. And this is gonna go in water like I said. All right, the next one that I'm really sad to talk about because I just noticed it yesterday and I thought that it was just bent, but this Philodendron Bipennifolium, first of all, I love this plant because of the shape of the leaves. They have horseshoe shaped leaves, super, super cool. And when it first was growing, it was growing pretty good, you know? I mean, see how close the leaves are? But then the next thing I know, whoop, doesn't give me a leaf here, gives me a leaf here. Then it starts growing. I'm like, well, you know, it's okay. But then it got taller and taller, and the leaves are farther and farther apart. And look at the roots. The roots are like non-existent, which is super sad for me. See that? They're all like, hold on. Let me take this off of here. Taking the clip off, taking the stake out because we're getting down to the nitty gritty. See the roots? They are dried up and dead, and not only that, look at the stem. Look at the color of the stem right there. Not good. Not good at all. It's a little bit greener right there, but then it's just like this really weird color. So what happened was, this is the top piece of it, okay? And it was bent over like that, and I was kind of checking it, and I'm like, well, you know, it's okay. No, it's not. It was broken. Look at that. Broke right off. So this is the top piece, and I don't know. Look at that cute leaf. It grows really well, but it's really been annihilated where I had it. So I think I'm going to move this to an area in my home where there's more sun. So I am going to cut this piece off right here because there's no node right there. Cut that off. And I think I'm going to have to sacrifice. Look how beautiful that leaf is. I don't want to cut it off. I'm not going to. I can't stand it. Plus it's good for that area to have the extra energy from that leaf. I'm not going to cut it off, but I'm going to put this probably in water, I think, or maybe moss. I'm not sure. But look, love this plant. So here's the top piece, and I'm gonna put that over there, and then let's get rid of this. I'm really sad about this, you guys, because I loved this plant so much, and see, it was broken. See that? Snapped right off. Really sad. So I will, first of all, and even up here, closer to the top, the root is like, you know, barely there. It's not good at all, not healthy. So I'm gonna cut this piece off right here. And then I'm just gonna chop it up, and I'm gonna be propagating this. And like I said, I'm gonna move it to, okay, I'm gonna cut it right here. So there's one. I'm gonna cut this one a little bit. Cut this one a little bit right there. And then, so this is going to be, oops, what's going on here? This one, terrible roots. Cutting it right there. Another beautiful leaf though, so this should root for me. These are healthy nodes. Cut a little bit more off. And then let's just put this down here so y'all can see it. Again, we've got dead, dried roots, but a beautiful leaf. So I'm gonna cut it right here. There's another one. I'm gonna cut this piece off right there. And I'll cut another node. Y'all see what I'm doing? These are where the nodes are, so this is where I'm cutting, okay? But I don't like, whenever if these end up in water or in moss, I don't like these stems right here before the node to be too long. So I cut the extra off. That's why I'm doing that. But I do like the bottom piece to be a little bit longer. Sort of looking like that. Another healthy leaf. Okay, now we're getting close to the bottom of the pot. So I'm just getting rid of this, and I'm not even, because of the color of that stem, I'm not even gonna try to use it as a wet stick. So I'm just gonna cut it right off, right above this node right here. See that? And that piece is going in the trash. That's probably as far as I'm gonna go with this, because these leaves are pretty close together. And I think if I put it in an area with brighter light, it will continue to grow that way. But this is another one that I'm going to put in a larger pot, because it's been in this pot for a long time. We have a couple of roots coming out the bottom, not many though, but it's been in this pot for a pretty long time, pretty much since I got her. But I'm just noticing right here that she does have, hold on, she does have a baby. You see that? A little baby right here, and a little leaf growing. So that's kind of cool. So it's not like she's not healthy, but it's certainly, I kind of sort of neglected her, which is really sick to admit. You know, when I first started getting into philodendrons and monstera, I just thought they were so beautiful. I just wanted them to vine. I love vining plants like we spoke about. I am going to do a video about vining plants because I have a lot and I love them. I just want them all over my house. Yeah. But the reality is, it's not that healthy for the plant not to be supported and allow their aerial roots to muckle on and to get fed by moss and the moisture and the food that you know put on there. So that's what I'm going to do. So right now she's already looking better. I already feel better about what I've done with her. All right, so set that one aside. And I have quite a few nodes. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3. This is exciting. 4, 5, and then I have the top piece. So what I'm going to do is root all of these, you know what, probably in water until I see good roots and maybe an auxiliary bud coming, you know, just a little new growth, hopefully. I hope the fact that these aren't that green is not going to deter it from, we'll see guys, I don't really know. I don't really know. Actually, now that I'm looking at this, look at the inside of the, you see that? The inside of the stem is really not green and healthy looking, so this is kind of iffy. I don't really know. But I really love this plant, and I'm going to do what I can to save it. I got it as just a start, so this one looks healthy. Can you see that? Much greener. So this, I think this should be fine. Plus it's green and it's not that strange color. So, okay, so we have that for that plant. So that's 2. Okay, the next plant that I'm going to show you. Oh, I'm so sad about this. I got this beautiful Monstera Peru. I traded an enormous Hoya compacta. And I almost wish I didn't at this point because, well, yeah, no, it's fine. It was just really big. It used to hang in that window right there behind me. And it bloomed on my land every year, and it was so beautiful. But I wasn't loving it. And somebody was looking for one on a Facebook group, so I was like, well, you know, it was a trade group. So she had this this Monstera Peru, and it was about this big when I got it, and all the leaves were pretty close together. But as time has gone on, you can see this. Again, we've got runners, and then the weird thing about this one is, let me show you. I don't really know what causes plants to spit off runners, but I think they look ugly. And let me see. Hold on a second. I'm gonna take this down here so y'all can see it. I'm gonna take off these clips because I'm doing this today. I can't believe I'm doing it, but I'm doing it because it makes me sad. But okay, so this is the this was close to the end. Let me show you what I just cut off here this morning. This piece was attached to here this morning, and look at that runner. No leaves, no nothing. First of all, I don't even know what I'm gonna do with this. I think I might just have to toss it, but I'm wondering if y'all know, you can tell me. First of all, I'm gonna cut it right here. Maybe I can do wet sticks because I really like Monstera Peru. And like I said, I traded a giant compacta for it, Hoya compacta, and those are not inexpensive. Those are kind of pricey. And this is a little bit of a pricey plant, but I just love, love, love. Let me just see if you can see up close. I love the leaves. They're just so beautiful to me. I love the texture. They're kind of waxy, and I just think they look really beautiful. So I cut off that runner, and I don't know if y'all know what to do with this. If I can make a plant out of this, tell me, okay? Please. So now this is the top where I cut it off. So look at all this dead, look at all the area where there's no leaves. Okay, that to me, that's really unattractive, and I don't like it, and I always just get rid of it. So what I'm gonna do here, oh Lord, I love this plant, but I'm doing it. It's got some nice roots, aerial roots. Again, this is another one that I'm gonna put on a moss pole. I'm gonna make moss poles, thanks to Wild Fern. I'm using her method. I just can't even wait. I ordered the mesh and the moss, so I'm going for it, and I'm stoked about it. So I'm gonna cut this off, this beautiful piece, which has six gorgeous leaves. I'm gonna cut it off right here, leaving 2 aerial roots, okay? So this is the piece that I have. This is a beautiful, healthy piece, and I'm gonna root this, not sure how yet, maybe in leca, or water, or moss, I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. So there's this piece, and then see this right here? Look how long it is, and there's nothing growing on it. So I'm cutting it off. I'm cutting it right off. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it really close to the base. Like if you look at the base, you can tell that this plant was cut anyway, before I got it. Right here, you can see that it was cut. Wait, was it? Maybe not, maybe not. But I'm gonna cut it, if you can see the leaf at the bottom? First of all, that leaf's a little bit damaged, but I'm leaving it. I'm gonna cut it right here, I think. Yeah, right here. All right, cut that. Right there. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, oh my goodness, that might be a little bud right there coming. We'll see. So, okay, so look what I just did. I guess I can get rid of you now. So this is what I'm doing today. I mean, this may seem tragic, but sometimes you just have to, not tragic, drastic? That was the word I was looking for. Sometimes you have to do drastic things for the health of your plant. So that's what I'm doing today. It's a little bit scary, but I want my plants to be healthier. Okay, so there's, oh wait, where's that pot? Where's that piece? Okay, so where's the piece that's left? It's right, okay, so here's a piece that's left. Look at those are healthy leaves. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this piece off right below this node, because I have a nice leaf right there. See how nice that one is? Cut it right here. And then on this piece, I'm gonna go ahead, since there's 1, 2, 3 nodes with no leaves, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off right above this leaf, right there. Okay, so I have one, I'm pretty excited now. I have the plant that has 1 leaf and maybe a new auxiliary bud. And then this is a beautiful piece, 2, which I know these will root and grow, you guys. I'm not worried about it. 3. So when these root, I'm gonna put them all in one pot, because when I got this, oops, sorry, I just bumped you. When I got this, it was only one vine. So I'm gonna make it into 3 or 4 in one pot, so it's more full. So that's my goal here. But Monstera Peru, beautiful. If you don't have one, plus these grow so easily. Seriously, great beginner plant. Actually, I feel like Monstera and philodendrons are great beginner plants. They are. I mean, they're not that hard to grow. Just saying. Okay. So there's 2. Now this last one, oh boy, it's so beautiful. But wait, look what I did. Hey, I'm just going to admit it. You know, I don't know everything. I've been growing plants. I keep bumping you. I'm so sorry with my feet. I've been growing plants for years, and I told you that. And I just saw a video. I've just digitized all my home movies from my kids when they were little. And my youngest is now, today's his birthday, the EXO Contralto. Happy birthday, baby. He's turning 33 today, 33 years old. So that's my youngest child. And back then, I digitized home movies, and I had plants all those years ago. A lot of them, but not like really cool ones that I'm getting into now, more expensive plants. All right, so here's my Monstera Siltepicana. So as you can see, first of all, check out this beauty. I love her. Love her. Her leaves are beautiful, very thin, almost delicate. And this one I will say is a little bit finicky if you don't get the water right. Her leaves will turn yellow. But here's another one that, well, apparently when I first traded it, I must have gotten, like, if you look at the base of this, I must have gotten like 3 or 4 strands, but they weren't big strands. I'll tell you more when I get to the bottom. Okay, so I'm gonna put this down a little bit, you guys. Okay, so the moss pole that I made is made out of like cocoa, what's that stuff called? Cocoa moire rolls stuff. I didn't know what I was doing. And I thought if I, because it's been on here for a while, I'm so embarrassed. But as you can see, this plant has grown and grown so that it, it's beautiful, but it's not doing any good with this moss pole, which it isn't even a moss pole. So what I did was, as you can see, I trained it up the pole and I put clips on it to try to encourage the roots to grow into the moss, but I don't feel like it did. I'll find out now because I'm taking this moss pole off because I'm getting that the plastic hardware cloth tomorrow, and I'll be making moss poles pretty quick. So let's just see. I'm gonna bring you up now a little bit with me. Bear with me. I'm sorry, you guys. Hold on. I'm gonna bring you up a little bit higher. Okay, that's a close-up. So here's the top of it. So I am just going to start taking off clips and praying to God that I don't damage this poor plant. But as you can see, when I take the clips off, oh wait, that root went in. Oh, one of them did. That's cool. Geez, maybe I should leave it. No, I don't like the way it looks. Oh my gosh, you guys. I take it back. Hold on now. Hold on. Maybe, let me put you farther away and down a little bit. Maybe I was wrong because now that I'm taking the clips off, wow, some of it totally did root into there. A lot of it did, but here's the thing. Okay, some of it didn't. The pieces that didn't, I'll take off. Although, I don't really know if I want to continue to use this moss. I don't think I do. I don't like it because it's not really moss. All right. Oh boy, Brenda, she's such a fickle person. Listen, while I'm doing this, I just want to thank you guys for tuning into my channel because truth be told, let me just tell you the truth about this, all right? I don't have very many people in my life that want to talk to me about plants, and they don't want to hear me talking about plants because it bores them. So I can't imagine that being the case, but it's true. So I get to talk to you guys about my plants and share stuff, and I am so excited when I get, wow, you guys, I don't know if I want to do this because these are, oh, I just pulled it off. These are really, some of them are really in there, but I feel like I am going to pull them out. I am, and I'm gonna put them on the orchid moss. So I just really, I mean, my oldest daughters, I have twins that are 40 years old. They're going to be 41 this year. And they're into plants. Not as much as me, obviously, because they, well, first of all, they have kids and animals, and I don't have, animals anymore. I did, and, when the kids were young, we had animals, and we had a menagerie, actually. We had chickens and ducks and pigs and, what else? Dogs and cats. Fish and birds. We had it all. Lots of fish, lots of tanks. So It's not like they were deprived of, you know, animals. But you know what? I am into plants more, and I have so many that are toxic. I'm not going to have another animal. I'm getting on in life, and I just don't want any more animals. I enjoy other people's animals, and I love them still, but no. Okay, so I'm just detangling this, you guys, and as you can see, this is pretty darn healthy. I'm pretty excited about it. She is so beautiful, and she just grows and grows and grows. So I'm going to continue to take these little clippies off. I don't know if you can see me. Let me bring her up a little bit so I can show you more. Take the little clippies off. Oh my goodness. I'm taking this moss pole out of here. I made the decision and I'm doing it. There aren't that many roots that are actually grown in. Some of them are, but not very deeply, so that when I'm pulling them out, I'm not damaging them really. So I'm taking it apart. Oh my gosh, this has been on here for about, how long? Probably 4 years. I'm sorry, but that's true. Okay, so I gotta put it down again, but you can see what I'm doing. I'm just untangling the pieces. And most of them are not really attached by roots. They're just kind of intertwined. This one is attached right here. Let me see if I can, no, I'm not gonna leave it on here. The thing about, I'm taking it off. See, I'm not damaging the roots, I'm just kind of pulling it off of here. The roots aren't really attached very good. So, yeah, see, they pull right off pretty easily. See, look, watch. Hold on. You see what I'm doing? I just pulled it out. It wasn't really very stuck in there. So, what I'm going to be doing with this plant is, oh my goodness, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm going to put it on another moss pole. But now that I'm taking this apart, I can't believe how, oops, I just broke a root. Dang it. I can't believe how long some of these are. And they're, oh, look at that. See this piece? There's no leaves on it. So I'll cut that off and start this piece over again with the growth. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to put it in, put a moss pole in there, a good one. So I'm almost done taking it apart. Thanks for bearing with me, guys. This one is actually in there pretty good. But not so good because there's no leaves, so I might as well just pull it because there's no leaves at all on this piece. See this piece right here? There's no leaves, so I'm going to cut this at the base anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and just do what I can not to damage the roots and pull it off of there. There we go. You see what I'm doing? I'm pulling it apart, trying not to damage the roots. There we go. Ooh, look how long that root was. Look at that. Beautiful. Oh my land. So this stuff does work, but the problem with it is you can't keep it moist. It's impossible to keep it moist. So the sphagnum moss is much easier to keep it moist. All right, I'm almost down to the bottom. I've got a lot of pieces here. So I've got this piece, pulling the roots off. So once it's better established with a better moss pole, you won't have to take it off. But I am pretty surprised that some of these roots grew into this thing. I'm surprised. So that piece is off. Oops, shoot. Just broke that root. Dadgummit. So I'm pretty much done. So for this bottom piece, if I can get those roots out. Yep. Okay, so now I'm taking this moss pole out of here. See how I made it? I used 3 skewers and I wrapped it around, and then I used fishing line to hold it on there. So, taking it out. Bye-bye. This is what I have now. I can't believe that I did this, but I'm wanting to do it, so I did it. Now I have this long, beautiful trailing plant, but I'm going to be chopping pieces off because look, there's no leaves there. So let's see, I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna bring you back down here with me. Hold on. Hold on there, baby. Even more, I'm sorry to be doing this with you. Okay. Oh, hold on. Okay, so this is what she looks like now. So this is what I'm gonna do. Still have my shears here. So this piece, those roots are gorgeous. So I am going to probably cut it right here below the really nice roots. That's a nice healthy top. Oh man, yeah, that leaf is no good. In that case, I think I'm gonna cut it to there. It's a nice top piece with some nice roots. Get rid of this stuff. There's one. See how pretty it is? They're so beautiful. So there's one. And what I'm gonna do, I think with this is basically like just a drastic chop down. So I'm gonna leave the pieces inside this pot and I'm just gonna cut down to the nearest node and hope for new growth. This piece, see, all this, well, there's roots, but there's no leaves, so we don't want that. So I'm gonna cut this one right, get rid of that piece. I'm gonna cut this right there, right above the node. And now I have the piece in my hand, and we don't want all of this ugly stuff. So I'm going to cut this one to right below this node, right here. This is a beautiful top piece. It's got some really nice, healthy aerial roots. So there's two pieces. This is so much fun. Now this piece looks pretty good, you guys. I don't think I'm gonna cut it. I'm not gonna cut this piece because look, the whole thing, it's a relatively new piece. Look how pretty. Look at how gorgeous the roots are on this one. Beautiful, beautiful, just waiting to muckle onto some moss. So I'll just get rid of these little pieces that were stuck to it, or it was like growing into, and I'm gonna leave that one for now. This piece, pretty bad, but it's got a nice root, so I'm gonna cut it right here. Little tiny piece, but it's cute, it'll grow. It will grow. This piece, oh, another piece that looks pretty good. But see how long it is? It's really long. But wow, this is a good piece. Although, you know what? I think, see that? I don't know. I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut it. I'm gonna cut it right up here. Right up here, you guys. Right below that beautiful, beautiful root, right there, okay? So this is a nice long piece with gorgeous, healthy roots. Uh-oh. Got a little damaged. All right, so I'm gonna have to cut, see the top piece? Not good. I have to cut the top of this one off, which really makes me sad, but that's okay. So this is still a healthy piece. This piece, oh, that's the one I just cut off. So I'm gonna cut this one down near the node right there. She's got a couple of leaves on here, so I think I might try to propagate this. I'm gonna try to propagate these in water. The roots are so beautiful and so long. Look at them. See how beautiful and long they are and healthy? Gorgeous. I think I'm gonna put these leaves, I'm gonna cut them off like so. Cut this one, actually no, right there. This one I'm gonna cut right here. So there's one piece. I'm gonna cut this little top piece off. And I'm gonna cut this one down to here, right below the beautiful root. And this one, I'm gonna leave that there. And I'm gonna cut probably right here. So it's got little roots. Okay. How many pieces do you have left, Brenda? 3. This one is long and scraggly and ugly. So again, I'm gonna cut it right down near the base, right there. Here she is. It's a beautiful top piece, healthy. Be careful you don't damage them, Brenda. Nope, I didn't. And this one looks great. Nice top piece. I'm gonna cut this one right here. All right, there's another top piece. This piece I decided to leave, and then this piece I'm gonna leave too because it's just relatively new at the base. So, wait, do I have one more? I'm leaving 2 of them. I'm leaving 2 on here. So what I'm gonna do is, when I repot this, I am going to get rid of the pieces in the pot that don't look very good. I'm just gonna cut them right back. And then I'm gonna repot this whole thing with new fresh soil and put it on a moss pole. And then I might even end up with 2 beautiful pots of Monstera Siltepicana on a moss pole from these pieces, because I've got beautiful pieces here, gorgeous pieces. Oh my land, I'm so excited. This one is a nice long piece. This one is a nice long piece. And then I've got some little top pieces that I'm gonna put in water, 3 of those. No, excuse me, 4 of those, and 3 long pieces. So, that's what I'm doing. So, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for today, you guys. But, I really enjoy making these videos because I'm doing this stuff anyway, so why not have you do it with me? Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. It was a little bit longer than I anticipated, but we did the whole thing together, so thank you so much for joining me and taking the time. It really means a lot to me. And like I said at the beginning, if you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing. I love making these videos because like I said, I get to talk to you about plants because I don't talk to other people really. And plus, I'm hoping to get more plant friends so that I can talk to other people, you know? Yeah. So thank you for joining me, and until next time, stay healthy, take care, and God bless.